Okay. So, yeah, we're gonna continue with AI a little bit more. I wasn't. Uh, this game, it's got that tendency to hook you. Um, but from the last part that we did, I went to bed and I was actually thinking about the game, how everything's kind of tying together a bit. Iris, she's the latest victim, and I was kind of upset over that one. I liked Iris, uh, and I saw this one coming. I was like, I knew it was going to be somebody that we recently met. It was either going to be Iris or I thought, God forbid, Mizuki. Mizuki's probably my favorite character, and then Iris is my second favorite. Mizuki's our daughter, and basically, or she will be. And Iris she was like a happy-go-lucky girl. I really got to like her when she was her and her mom were when they were at their house, and she was just kind of talking, and she seemed nice. And yeah, she's the first victim that we really got to know. We didn't really know Shoku or um, the other guy's name, Ryuji ish. I don't remember his name. Something like that. But no, like I was thinking back about what Date was saying when I think he first met Iris, and then and then her mother. And he was trying to place that. And he was thinking, "Don't I remember you from somewhere?" I was trying to think. Has there been other characters that he said that to, or I think there might have been, but he definitely said that he thought he remembered Hitomi and Iris from somewhere. And with Iris having the Somnium, where she sees all the prior victims being killed, she clearly, even though she didn't know about it, she said she didn't remember where that would have come from. She's obviously very connected to these past murders. I don't know. I'm holding out hope that Iris will come back, but she probably won't. So we have to continue with our investigation. And I didn't mean to end it so abruptly. Last part, my inner's just like, fuck you, you're done. I was pretty much done at that point anyway. I was gonna log off and call it a video. But the stream just abruptly ended. It's like, nope, you're done. So that's always very kind. But yeah, it was pretty much the end. That was the end of the cutscene anyway. So it ended immediately after, and then I quit. So. And right before, or right when it ended, then you had to go to your second destination. We've got 5 different destinations that we choose from. So I decided I'd go back here, back to my place. And Mizuki's obviously here, so um, I think all of this ties back to Mizuki, man. Somehow, some way, Mizuki has the connections with the majority of these people, and they haven't. Um, they've strongly hinted at this idea that Date is connected with these killings, or was possibly the killer to begin with, or even the killer now somehow. That's going to be a hell of a plot twist. If that happens. Okay, so Mizuki was curled up on the sofa. She looked like a small Animal frightened by a predator. She's staring at the floor. Mizuki's favorite metal pipe. She carry that around with her. We haven't actually got the chance to look at our plates yet, have we? But I don't feel like not appropriate now. Everything that's happened. This is such bullshit, man. Adore rabbit? The stuffed rabbit. I gave it to Mizuki on our birthday. She clearly doesn't want to talk. The pop. Otokuria Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse.
Mizuki must know about Iris and Ota.
Of course. The news was distributed heavily across the internet. Not just in Japan, but worldwide. 3 days ago, Mizuki discovered her mother's body. 2 days ago, her father's. This morning, 2 of her best friends. It is completely understandable that she is at her mental limit.
Can I be left alone for a while?
Are you okay?
Oh, but we have to ask.
Yeah.
But I can't stay by your side.
Aiba,
forever.
contact Abyss. See if they can get Mizuki a good counselor.
Understood.
I stayed for a little while, but we didn't speak. Having nothing more to say, I left. Damn, man. It's been a shitty 3 days. Air conditioning wasn't running, but it was still cold. The temperature hadn't raised much at all. The cold air sunk into my skin. The center of my body was burning hot.
No, nothing so far. I checked this place point by point, but didn't find nothing.
Iris and Ota were sliced in two by this ice-cutting machine. Iris and Ota.
Iris's estimated time of death and cause of death have been confirmed. The video was not a recording. It was a live stream, filmed in real time.
It's terrible to watch over and over again.
Which means Iris's time of death is 3:20 a.m.
Her left eye removed.
Yeah.
And like Renju and Shoko, Iris's left eyeball has not been recovered.
That was this killer's sick motive. Or sick thing, rather. Killing, and then taking the left eyeball.
This forklift is old. It does not appear to be functional. It has not been moved in some time.
Tire and floor are covered with a layer of ice. I don't see anything special.
There are only a few items on the shelf.
Is this warehouse not in use?
This is his blood. The little marker that puts up to track evidence of the scene. Iris and Ota's blood.
Right here. Iris and Ota were...
I am sure you are already aware of Ota's time of death.
just before I arrived. About 3:30 in the morning.
And the cause of death.
Right, about that. Ota had a stab wound from a kitchen knife in his side.
Correct.
What was the exact cause of death? Was it the knife wound, or...?
I cannot determine that. I can conclude that the knife wound was at least close to being fatal. Even if Ota was still alive on the workbench, he was certainly on the verge of death. If he weren't already extremely weak, we would expect to see more signs of struggle.
Maybe Ota was trying to help Iris, jumping at the criminal. That led to a scuffle and Ota ended up with a knife wound in his side. He lost all his power to fight back. He was forcibly put inside the costume, then finally cut open by the ice-cutting machine.
But why? Why did the culprit put the costume on Ota?
Unknown.
The bodies aren't here anymore.
A video camera and laptop. This is what the criminal used to stream.
Fuck.
All of these items have been bought from pawn shops and thrift stores. It would be difficult to determine a suspect from them. I have logged into the Wi-Fi in this warehouse. Okiura Fishery Co., Ltd. is listed as the owner. However, I found the password written directly on the router. Anyone who saw it could have used it. I have done some research. As the name suggests, the company is owned by the Okiuras, the same Okiuras we know. Renju's father created the company.
Another connection to Renju.
No, actually. Currently, Okiura Fishery has nothing to do with Renju. The company has been managed by office representatives for the past 17 years after Renju's father died. Renju holds no shares and is not involved in the management. In short, Renju did not inherit the company from his father, and it was instead given to other persons.
But it can't be a coincidence.
It certainly is suspicious. Date, we should get moving. Officers from the local jurisdiction are checking the warehouse thoroughly. We will not find anything of importance here.
Yeah, you're right.
You can ask CSI to inform you if they find anything.
All right.
Let me know if you find anything. I'll let them know. Then left the warehouse. I saw Pewter. What is he doing here? He walked up to me while I was trying to work it out.
Date, I have to talk to you about something.
Better be about this past Cyclops killer. I'm getting tired of not being told.
Huh?
About the original Cyclops serial killings.
Exactly.
Why this all of a sudden?
Because I want you to solve this case, Mr. Date. I want you to find who did this and bring them to justice. So, if I can help you, even a little.
Why didn't you say anything at Abyss?
The boss was there. I couldn't speak openly in front of her. So, I decided to meet you here.
Too late.
All right. Let's hear it.
Earlier, I told you that I was completely certain the original Cyclops killer couldn't have committed these crimes. The original Cyclops killer could not have committed these crimes. Let me explain why. I'll start by telling you the identity of the Cyclops killer.
Me.
Although, it's more accurate to say, killers.
More than one?
In the first series of killings, the culprit had an accomplice.
The guy in the red suit we saw?
One of them was born a murderous psychopath. The other is Rohan Kumakura, the previous chairman of the Kumakuras. They each had a role to play. The murderer committed the homicide, and Rohan removed the eyeball.
Okay. Peter looks grimly serious. Hologram barrier. Tokyo Bay. There's not much here, is there?
18 years ago, Rohan took a woman's eye. She was already dead. He put his finger into her eye socket and gouged it out. The reason why was simple. He was fascinated by women's eyes. Their beauty stimulated his greed and his desire to possess them. He needed to have them, to make them his own. Driven by this instinctive impulse, he took the woman's eye. From then on, he acquired a grotesque obsession with the eyes of dead women. He was very particular about his need that the eye belonged to a deceased woman. But even being the head of a Yakuza gang, there weren't too many opportunities for him to indulge. His deepest, darkest desire went unfulfilled for years. However, he soon met his ideal partner.
Someone who would kill for him.
The aforementioned psychopath. The Cyclops killer would commit the murder, and Rohan would take the eye. Thus, a mutually beneficial relationship was established. This was the origin of the Cyclops serial killings. At about the same time, you were assigned to Abyss. He was born with a brain dysfunction. Due to damage to the posterior pituitary gland, he was unable to properly secrete oxytocin.
Oxytocin is a peptide hormone linked to feelings of love, affection, and trust. It is colloquially referred to as the love hormone. It causes a tranquilizing effect which improves mood and relieves stress. It is normally secreted when the body makes contact with an object of affection, such as an embrace or caress.
I'm sure you know what this implies, but he was unable to feel love in the way that we do. However, he was able to experience a substitute. His brain was wired in such a way that allowed him to feel satisfaction through other means. Due to the unique idiosyncrasies of his brain, he was able to release large amounts of dopamine and endorphins by performing a certain action.
What was it?
Murder.
Dopamine is a hormone linked to the reward system of the brain. The pleasant feeling attained through accomplishment is dopamine. Endorphins are a kind of brain narcotic. They dull pain and create a feeling of happiness.
He got pleasure from killing people?
It's slightly more complicated than that.
But yeah, that's pretty much what a psychopath is.
Killing people was the only way he could get pleasure. He was 12 when he took his first life. That enlightened him to the pleasure of murder, which he would do again and again. That, I don't know.
The details of the original Cyclops serial killings case have become nebulous over time. Even the official investigation material contains nothing of value. I am unable to draw any conclusions from them.
You really have no idea?
If I did, I would tell you.
The question was why it get classified. Well, I know this game has gotten completely and utterly serious now, and we're not joking around no more.
The original Cyclops killer had an accomplice.
There were 2 Cyclops killers.
And one of them was the former chairman of the Kumakuras, Rohan Kumakura.
Rohan committed suicide by jumping to his death 1 year ago.
That means... Pewter, tell me this. One of the original killers is dead, I know that. But that means one remains. Who is he?
After his 4th murder, he was arrested by the police. They actually picked him up on other charges. But, in any case, he is currently serving a life sentence in Fuchu prison.
I thought you said that it was never found out who it was, that it was still on the
Fuchu
loose.
prison?
Yes.
What's his name?
In prison, he doesn't have a name. He is simply called Number 89.
Number 89.
I know who killed Shogun Adami.
If we would have listened, Iris would be alive.
So, now you know why I said that. That the original Cyclops killer couldn't have committed these crimes. Because one is dead, and the other is behind bars. Neither of them had the opportunity.
We just kind of blew it off. We was like, it's probably a prank. If we only would have listened. The Iris would have still been alive. Maybe. The place was silent. It was so quiet, I felt like I could hear the floating dust. I stepped inside. I thought it was empty, but I saw a shadow in the corner of my eye. And also, I guess, Date was, he like passed out when Ota shocked him because Aiba's a part of him. She's an AI and she's attached to his brain, so maybe that's why he passed out. Because otherwise, a stun gun's not gonna make you fall unconscious. The only thing I was thinking, I was like, why did Dante fall unconscious when he got shot? I guess that's why. Here's Mayumi. It was like watching a decaying old tree cling pathetically to the earth. Man, this is sad. I don't like this. I don't want to play anymore. remember when Iva said that those chairs looked like a chocolate button or something? It feels like it was only yesterday. The gears have stopped turning on the clock. Oh. That's sad. Hey, Mayumi. She's looking at photographs in her hand. I don't think this is going to go anywhere.
This is your fault. I heard from the police. Because you didn't take care of Iris. My boy Ota got involved.
Date, I looked into the investigation report. Mayumi confirmed Ota's body early this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry. I want to be alone right now. Did you not hear me? I said leave!
Date, let's go. She is in no state to talk.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, this is just wonderful.
Are you okay, honey?
Huh?
No.
About last night. Well, at 3 in the morning, anyway.
You know about it?
It's on every channel. You have the face of a ghost. Do you want a glass?
I don't need a drink. I need information. Do you have anything?
Well, let's see. I do have... I suppose you could call it intuition.
Tell me.
The Kumakuras are involved in this case. Remember what I told you before? That there's a relationship between Ren and the Kumakuras? Shoko also has a relationship with them. You know about her dealings with the Kumakuras, right?
So basically, 2 of the victims are linked to the Kumakuras. That must mean they're involved somehow, right?
Not 2, 3.
3? Iris?
No, not that one. The boy. He came here last night?
Ota?
Yes, from Matsushita Diner. He's linked to the Kumakuras as well.
No.
Have you heard the rumor?
Mama told me a similar story to Iva's about Sosajima in the Kawasaki district. The basic idea is this. 8 years ago, So sold his land in the Kawasaki district for 30 billion yen. Half a year later, an explosion at the chemical plant caused the land prices to drop drastically. So bought back the land for 1 billion yen, almost like he never beforehand. Almost like he knew beforehand that the accident would happen. Did So blow it up or conspire to blow it up? That wouldn't make sense. So wouldn't gain anything from that. He would end up with 29 billion yen in cash and 1 billion in land. It's a net zero. But there's more to the story.
The Kumakuras own a handful of real estate companies. They of course look legit, but they're Yakuza fronts. I'll call those real estate companies the KE to keep it simple for you. The KE followed in So's footsteps. They bought up land in Kawasaki. Now, back to So. Have you heard of the plans for the casino in Kawasaki? So was the one who came up with it.
I was born and raised in Kawasaki. I remember the landscape of my childhood, and I loved it dearly. But look at Kawasaki now. When I see images of the destruction on television, my heart aches like it's being chopped to pieces. But I promise you, I will revive the Kawasaki district at any cost. Casino Town Kawasaki will give new life to the city.
After that, So moved fast. He submitted the bills he needed to the National Assembly after drumming up support in the right places. The bills passed, and it became an official government initiative.
Decontamination efforts therefore increased at a rapid pace in the Kawasaki district. At the moment, the area is still considered off-limits. However, the air in Kawasaki is currently purified to such an extent that it has no negative effect on the human body.
If the plan goes smoothly, land prices in Kawasaki are going to skyrocket.
So he's building this casino so people flock in. And then they're going to want to buy all this land so that he can sell his land for a ridiculous price, right? And all this other stuff.
And all that land is owned by the KE. And by So himself. The land he bought back for 1 billion will be worth 10 times that soon.
Right.
He's involved in some shady business.
Fucking bastard, but I still don't necessarily means it's the culprit. That would be too easy.
This is just another rumor, but the chemical plant exploding was no accident. It was done intentionally.
By So and the Kumakuras, you mean?
But there's no hard evidence of that. It's just gossip. What were we talking about again?
Ota and the Kumakuras.
Oh, right. You know how Matsushita Diner is close to the Kawasaki district? The chemical plant explosion made times hard. Foot traffic went down, sales declined. No wonder it closed down. Ota must hold a grudge. Someone caused that explosion. And if it was intentional, oh, he'd hate them even more. That's how I link Ota to the Kumakuras.
Well, it's definitely a possibility. He's always on the internet. He would hear about these rumors. Alright, I guess guess we'll get going. Alright, we'll see you later, Mama.
Thank you, Mama. I don't know if what you told me will lead to anything, but...
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to waste your time.
No, it was very helpful.
I'm glad I can help, even if it's just a little.
Well then, be seeing you.
Come back anytime.
Back to Abyss. I returned to boss's office to report. I didn't see her anywhere.
Where did she go?
Well, she isn't always here, correct?
True.
Wait, is she gonna be the next victim? Sat down in my usual seat and decided to wait for boss.
What are you doing?
I thought it would be easier to talk like this.
What do we have to talk about?
A summary of the investigation, perhaps?
What summary? We don't have anything new.
That's not true.
Huh?
I was curious, so I did some research. About number 89.
Hmm. Can you, like, see her? No, you can't really see her. Yeah, it's all stuff we've seen already, huh? Nothing new. Oops. It's boss's chair, she never sits there. Tanuki? Ibis sitting. To be precise, the image of Ibis sitting on the desk is being sent to my brain.
Unknown. I cannot determine if they have any connection. Approximately 1 month ago, Hitomi Sagan witnessed Shoko in Fuchu Prison's waiting room.
Right.
I am unable to say for certain that the person she was there to visit was number 89. After all, Fuchu Prison houses 2,000 inmates.
But number 89 knew Shoko's name.
I know who killed Shoko Nadami.
That must mean that he knew her somehow.
It is possible.
We could have heard it from somebody else.
As you know, he is an assassin with multiple confirmed kills. He is currently serving a sentence at Fuchu Prison. He was imprisoned 6 years ago.
Why can't we just give him the death penalty and move on?
That's what Pewter told us.
After his fourth murder, he was arrested by the police.
I don't even necessarily believe in the death murder so much, or the death penalty so much, but it should be gone.
Unknown.
Of course.
You don't know?
No such person is listed in the family registry. It is possible he is a foreigner, but his nationality is unknown. However, I believe it is safe to say that he was born and raised in Japan. Pewter claims that there were two culprits behind the original serial killings. One was the former chairman of the Kumakuras, Rohan Kumakura.
But Rohan committed suicide last year.
That leaves one culprit still alive, number 89.
But number 89 couldn't possibly have committed these crimes. He was in jail when each of the murders occurred.
Yeah, but he said that he knew who it was.
Correct. However, I do not believe it is accurate to claim that he had nothing to do with the incident.
I know who killed Shogun Adami.
If he was telling the truth, his involvement is possible.
Let's talk to him.
Let's talk to number 89.
I don't know if he's telling the truth or if he's full of it. These are our last remaining loose ends.
All right.
Should have went there when we had the chance. I mean, he's in prison. What is he gonna do? You know, it wouldn't have hurt to go and talk to him.
However, we need not go to him. We can bring him to us. If we plan on syncing with him, it would be more efficient.
Can you arrange that?
I can.
After cutting through some red tape, number 89 was brought to HQ. He took considerable time to arrive. But for some reason, boss never showed up. That's not good. We should be worried about her, shouldn't we? As well. I mean, we're worried about everyone. Why is Mizuki at home? By herself? This is bullshit.
Sorry to interrupt your busy day, but I need you to tell me something. I'd appreciate your cooperation.
This is intense already. He does look a little psychotic, doesn't he? What is your name? We'll ask him where he's from.
Burkina Faso.
Burkina Faso is a republic in West Africa. Population 17 million.
I don't have time for your jokes.
Republic in West Africa, population 17 million.
Number 89.
Your real name.
I don't remember. Yeah, I guess I do.
About a month ago, Shoko visited Fuchu Prison. Was she there to see you?
That's right.
What did you talk about?
Nothing special.
You're in no position to lie.
I'm not lying.
Then why did she come?
To meet me.
Meet you?
She probably just wanted to see me. That's right. I was one of the culprits behind the case 6 years ago. One of the 2 Cyclops killers.
He doesn't remember his name, huh? Where did you first meet Shoko?
A long time ago. I don't remember exactly when.
What's your relationship to her?
A physical one. I'm kidding. She was just a business partner.
Who killed Shoko?
All right. Let's get right down to it. 2 days ago, you called Investigation HQ and said, I know who killed Shoko Nadami.
That's right.
He's not going to just tell us straight up, is he?
Who?
Hey, don't be so hasty. We haven't agreed on a deal. You're gonna let me out of prison, right?
No, we're going to take you down to the Somnium.
It's done. You've got a deal.
All right. But to explain it properly, I need to tell you a story.
What did he ask if we're going to let him out?
You're gonna let me out of prison, right?
It's done. You've got a deal.
All right. But to explain it properly, I need to tell you a story.
Bullshitting.
It might take some time. Is that all right with you?
I've got nothing but time.
Then let's get started. The story of a lonely assassin. Once upon a time, there was a detective, full of righteous justice. Let's call him F. F found the evils of the world intolerable. F had no parents, no siblings, and grew up in an orphanage since he was born. He suffered every kind of abuse imaginable there. It led him to despise all the evils of the world. One day, F was chasing a thug down at the harbor. Someone wanted for the assault and murder of women.
Okay, I get it. I'll just throw down my knife. Here. And you lower your gun. It's fine. I got nothing else on me. I'll go quietly. You know, I have a history with hospitals. I've been going to a special hospital for a while. Even if I get caught, it's all good. I'll come right back out again. What should I do next time? Just thinking about it gets me excited. I've been going to a special hospital for a while. Even if I get caught, it's all good. I'll come right back out again. What should I do next time? Just thinking about it gets me excited.
You don't have any more info on 89. Mysterious inmate. No. We know he's early 40s. Kumakura Estates, the name Mama gives to the real estate companies. Morphine release pain calls there. Euphoria, totally unrelated to dolphins. Sojojima currently resides in Zulu. However, no, he's currently not running for office in the district where Azu was located, but instead in the Kawasaki district where he was born and raised. Candidates are allowed to run for any constituency, regardless of where they live. Oh, he shot him.
The culprit was unarmed. But F never served a day in prison. The case went to trial for some time, but it was determined to be self-defense, and he was declared innocent. If the truth got out, it would be a huge scandal for the police. People at the upper level were terrified of what might happen, so they had evidence fabricated. F wasn't suspended or disciplined at all. After a while, he returned to his job like nothing happened. That was a turning point for him.
He got off on it.
He was ready to shed the morality that was weighing him down, holding him back. F still wanted justice, and he was willing to dispense it to the immoral one by one. He became an assassin. A lone gunman. No agent, no employer. He was his own man. F believed that he was judge, jury, and executioner. But it didn't last long. One day, F got rid of a criminal we'll call X. X was responsible for defrauding and killing an innocent old man for his life insurance policy. Turns out, X had connections. Someone wasn't happy that he died. Rohan Kumakura, chairman of the Kumakuras. X was a top executive of the Kumakuras at the time. Rohan ordered his men to find and kidnap F.
I've done some research. I know you've cleaned up at least 18 pieces of scum from this earth. But somehow there hasn't been a single criminal investigation. They're all treated as suicides, accidents, or natural causes. Amazing work. I'm impressed. How about you work for us?
You are one ugly SOV, Rohan.
Of course, you have the right to say no. But it'll be the last word out of your mouth.
F was trapped. Even if he somehow survived, he would be looking over his shoulder for the rest of his life. He had no choice but to take Rohan's offer. Thus, F's self-employment came to an end. He became a hired gun of the Kumakuras. Rohan even gave him a code name. Falco. Named for the falcon, a bird of prey.
A bird of prey. Falco. I didn't know Falco from Star Fox had a cameo in this. Kinda sounds like Falco too.
Falco didn't quit his job as a police officer, though. He worked as a detective by day, assassin by night at the will of the organization. An ordinary killer would need motive to take a life. But not Falco. He did as he was told, one target after another. It didn't take long to destroy his heart completely.
Am I supposed to feel sympathy?
Time passed, and a few years back, Falco, who by this time was exhausted in body and spirit, made a fatal mistake. He missed his mark and ended up taking a bullet to the stomach. Somehow he managed to escape. After reaching a nearby shrine, his legs finally gave out under him. He had no strength left. He put his back up against the shrine and let out a moaning breath that he thought might be his last. But at that moment, in his darkening vision, he saw a woman approach him. He watched her take out her phone and dial for help. At the same time, he heard footsteps. Footsteps of at least 2 people closing in. He knew immediately that they were after him. He sprung into action, grabbing the woman and pulling her close, kissing her to keep her from talking. That was the first encounter between Falco and the woman.
Hitomi? Is that who it was?
She was a teacher at some school.
Mm-hmm. Hitomi.
It was like she was from a totally different world than him. Listening to her talk, he would forget everything about his line of work. She was his only contact with the ordinary, mundane world. They met in secret a few more times, and Falco felt his heart grow warmer. Her smile and kindness were like a cold glass of water for Falco's parched heart. Falco started to become himself again.
Oh,
his
yeah?
former self.
Peter said you couldn't feel love.
Live for her.
Doesn't matter, Iris is dead. This doesn't bring her back.
So, you want to go clean? Fine. Do as you please. You've done a lot for us. But there is one last thing. One final job I want you to do for me. It's nothing major. This woman and her daughter. I need you to dispose of them.
What?
Should be simple, no?
Rohan handed Falco a picture of a woman and a girl. It was the teacher Falco met at the shrine.
Of course.
And her daughter. She had just turned 12.
Why does he want to get rid of them?
Why the 2 of them? Rohan, as usual, never gave a reason. And Falco had no intention of carrying out the kill. But if he didn't, he knew that someone else would. He thought long and hard. How was he going to keep them safe and get out of the life of crime? He couldn't find an answer, no matter how hard he thought. He was backed into a corner. So, he decided to call on an old friend for help.
Doc wants to kill a woman and her 12-year-old child.
And then...
What happened? For some reason he wouldn't open his mouth again. Son of a bitch. Get him to talk.
Why did you stop? Was that the whole story?
What did he say? That there was somebody he needed help from an old friend?
You mentioned a detective. What's the connection between that and Shoko? Hey, answer me.
This is a transaction, remember? Until I get a guarantee that you'll uphold your end of the bargain, I'm not telling you anything else. I'll give you half up front, half later.
He's a smart man.
If you want to hear the rest of my story, you better start the release procedures. Once they've cleared, I'll tell you everything.
You just let him go.
Date, it is unlikely that number 89 will uphold his promise, even upon release.
Pewter,
Yes?
start the preparations.
For what?
You know what?
What do you think? The sink.
I have injected number 89 with the usual dosage. He will not be waking up anytime soon. Are you ready, Agent Date?
Yeah,
The time limit is 6 minutes.
I know.
Where's Boss
Let's
at?
begin.
Yeah, we're back here.
Sup?
Sup?
No, not sup. Why are you sleeping on the job?
No, not sup.
Sup?
No, not sup. Why are you sleeping on the job?
Because I want to, obviously.
Why are you getting mad at me?
Yeah, this rug feels so good on my skin, yeah.
Why are you suddenly a cat?
Playtime's over. Let's begin.
Then stand up.
Is this the Sagan residence?
It definitely is. But why?
We're gonna finish this part, then I was gonna quit. I was like, no.
Number 89. What were you up to? What? The green. I do not think I can pass
Didn't we
through
see a
it.
man here at the beginning of the game when we was at the Sagan residence?
Really wants to hide it, huh? Okay, new plan.
Somnium skin. Activate. This appears to correspond to the green thing.
Number 89 is hiding in the past. It's covered in a green membrane. I can't get close. Sneaking in the curtain. Prevent the interference.
A winter iris that blooms in the cold.
I know. You can do it. I believe in you.
Stop it! You're distracting me! I got one! Aw, right after I pulled it out, too.
Did the green stuff react at all?
A phone. Should I pick it up?
It won't stop ringing.
It's annoying.
It stopped. What was that?
I don't know.
It's almost like the choices that you make that take more time using the better ones to get you somewhere. More or
I
less.
guess it worked?
No reason not to use all of our timies as well.
A switch. But there are thorns around it.
Oh, that's a bad... Oh, no, that's not a bad timing.
An astute observation. I will do that. Ow! I can't pull them out. They sting me.
Well, guess we have to investigate without pulling them out.
If you're fine with whatever happens to my fingers.
Agent
A
Date,
switch.
you've got 5
But there are
minutes.
thorns around it. This switch again. Last time we handled it in a different manner.
That was then. This is now.
But there are thorns. You are aware that I am the one who feels the pain.
It's fine. It'll only hurt for a bit, then it'll be better.
Huh. Oh, it doesn't hurt. The light has turned on. There is some kind of liquid pooled on the floor.
Click. Smell. We have to use the bad timing. Why don't you lick it?
Just don't make a mess.
I do not intend to. Hmm? This is... wine? I had better drink some more to be sure.
Stop it!
Agent Date, you've got 4 minutes.
A book. F does not have parents or siblings. He was raised in an orphanage.
F for Falco?
Suppose.
A book. Are you sure this will help us uncover number 89's secrets?
It might. We're getting closer.
It's ringing again. What should I do?
I don't want to ignore it again, but that probably won't help us, will it?
What the?
I didn't mean to do that. Damn it. I legit didn't mean to do that.
I feel weak.
I meant to go back. Fuck! Can we, try this again?
All right. Who is this? What the?
I knew I should have ignored it. That was my whole thing I was gonna do. I was trying to use the
I
timing.
lost consciousness.
It felt like that was the good thing to do, was to ignore it.
You have 3 minutes, Dante.
Damn it! I just lost all that time.
It stopped. Aren't you curious who was calling?
Just keep ignoring the fucking phone call. I knew it. I'm going to retry all this shit. I lost all this time. Ignored the phone
I
again.
suppose we didn't do anything wrong.
At least you didn't faint.
Oh, God.
Less than 1 minute. Hurry!
Absolutely. Okay. We did the book. Then we went over here to the liquid.
There is some kind of liquid pooled on the floor. The smell. This is something I have smelled before, at your house.
But I thought you couldn't smell in the real world.
True, it is not exactly smell, but from the composition of the particles in the air...
Anyway, I don't have any liquid like that in my house.
Agent Date, you've got 5 minutes.
A book. Are you sure this will help us uncover number 89's secrets?
It might. We're getting closer.
A picture.
Just a picture.
I don't have a pen. No choice. I must use my blood.
You don't have to go that far.
The color has returned.
Who is that? It's all three of them, isn't it? Hitomi, Iris, and number 89?
Aiba?
I said blood, but it is not the same as human blood. No need to worry. And besides, we are in a dream.
Still, blood? I'd feel better if you used a different word.
For example,
Body fluids?
I do not feel comfortable with that. It's ringing again. What should I do?
He kept calling her and she kept ignoring him? Maybe? I don't know.
It stopped. Curious who was calling?
I am curious, but what if they threaten me for money?
You're a police officer. Have some backbone.
Getting closer.
I suppose we didn't do anything wrong.
At least you didn't faint.
It's a pot. Steam is rising from it. It appears to be some kind of green curry.
Maybe a soybean stew?
It might also be boiled green juice.
Yeah, like a slime.
A turtle ninja could leap out at any moment.
Wear, drink, smell, eat. I don't know, do you want to wear it?
What is this anyway?
You can tell by tasting it.
I would like to know before I put it in my mouth.
It's green, right? It's gotta be gack.
Don't say such things! I'm the one who has to drink it. Fine. I'll have a sip.
Ive is so cute. Oh god.
Iva? Hey, Iva!
It was more wine.
Iva!
Thank you for the delicious soup.
What kind of soup was it?
Elephant.
What did you say?
Elephant.
Didn't help us much, Iva. Elephant.
A book. F became an assassin for the Kumakuras. Rohan himself bestowed F a code name. That name is Falco.
Falco.
You have 3 minutes, Tate.
A book. I wonder what these books symbolize.
I don't know. Maybe he used to oversee a library?
I doubt that.
Number 89. A librarian.
It was believable as that soup being elephant soup. Now the book.
A book. F stands against evildoers and brings them harsh justice.
Guy sounds like Judge Dredd.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Yes.
A book. Here I go. What happened?
Nothing.
Using these
is
timings.
that?
'Cause I always get another one afterwards. Damn it! I keep forgetting.
It's an eye.
Date, what are we going to do?
Close curtain. Ignore. Pour lemon juice. Poke eye.
A piercing stare.
Keep putting a show on for him, Iva.
Yeah, it is.
I passed out when it looked at me.
You have less than 2 minutes. Hurry!
We're fucked.
Leave it to me. With a target that large, this will be easy.
You really beat the shit out of that glass.
Now I know how birds feel.
Yeah, we're dead. We're dead. Should have closed it to begin with, huh?
It left.
That eye.
We need to retry.
Do you know something about it?
Yes. It was kinda cute.
You are insane.
What? That's...
Yeah.
Hitomi?
Less than 1 minute. Hurry!
Top 3. Will that save us any time? I don't think. No, I don't think it will.
It's Hitomi. What?
Kiss her.
You... Like this? But why?
That's what he did.
You are like one of my limbs, Iba.
Yes.
Like an alter ego. An incarnation of me to kiss Hitomi.
Yes.
Then it's like me kissing Hitomi, right?
No.
You sure? Because that was making my heart rate rise. And another part of me, too.
God.
Could it just be only your heart, please? It's Hitomi. Where?
Well, maybe her...
Her stomach, right?
This game, dude.
Yeah. It's not like I'm touching her.
She's extremely hard. Perhaps due to her being stationary?
What did you say?
That she is stationary?
No, before that.
This is serious, Date.
She's hard?
Hitomi is hard right now? Got it. That's useful information. Let's keep that in mind. Wait, I forgot. What's Hitomi's condition right now? I totally lost it.
Could you stop messing around? Or would you like me to crush you with this vice?
Hey, relax. I was kidding.
A skull and a book.
A skull. I do not see the body.
We're gonna run out of time. I don't know what to do. They make it easier though. Throw the skull, talk the skull, kiss the skull.
A skull.
I don't know what to do.
Would that not be disrespectful to the dead?
Dead? It's a hunk of calcium.
All right. Sorry about this.
Whose skull was this?
Unknown. I also cannot determine the connection to number 89.
Date! 30 seconds!
It's Hitomi. Well, I suppose I will try it. She's hard.
Yeah, me too.
Hmm?
Sorry, nothing.
I almost try too hard with these now.
A book. A book.
Damn, we don't have enough time to do that. We do actually, don't we?
A green book. That seems familiar.
I do not think there is any relation to this.
Alright. Guess it's nothing then.
Date, you're out of time!
Sure are, aren't we?
Date, There's no time!
Damn it.
Shit, this isn't good.
We lost. Game over.
Less than 1 minute! Hurry!
We've done.
It's Hitomi. Understood. Hey! Hitomi!
It's not gonna do nothing, is it?
Hitomi! No use.
Could you try it again, but more in a fawning way?
I believe we should try something else.
But... fawning...
Let it go.
A fawning way? Dante, come on, bro.
A book. The smile and kind words of a woman nurtured Falco's withered heart back to health. Sounds like you, Date.
No, not at all.
Really?
The nourishment is temporary. Then I go and check my wallet and it hits me.
Oh, I see. You are talking about that cabaret girl again.
Stop! Don't remind me.
A book.
What's we got? Ceiling fan, liquid. Where's the ceiling fan at?
Dante! 30 seconds!
It's a ceiling fan.
Is that like a giant desk fan?
A desk fan only moves the air immediately around it, whereas a ceiling fan circulates air in an entire room.
Oh, right.
This is so stupid. That did not help us. Stopped it though.
It's a ceiling fan.
No, we didn't stop it, did we? Blow on? Headbutt?
Something like this? Take this! Do not me. Be more careful.
Sorry.
Out of time. We've got Hitomi. We've done everything to the home Hitomi. Liquid ceiling fan book. We already tore the book. God dang it.
It's a ceiling fan. blow on it. Ah. Oh.
Oh.
Go back to Hitomi?
Date, you're out of time.
It's Hitomi.
This is our last ditch effort. I don't see how this is gonna make a big difference.
What?
Kiss her.
You...
The fan doesn't make a difference, does it?
Like this? But why?
You are like one of my limbs, Aiba.
Yes.
Like an alter ego. An incarnation of me to kiss Hitomi.
Yes.
Then it's like me kissing Hitomi, right?
No.
You sure? Because that was making my heart rate rise. And another part of me, too.
Well, at least we could listen to this again.
Could it just be only your heart, please?
Alright. Well, we ran out of time. I guess we gotta go back to the liquid. We went to the liquid last time.
There is some kind of liquid pooled.
But it didn't do anything.
Jump in, you say.
Jump in, Aiba!
You do not have to shout. Huh.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know why I listened to you.
Damn.
Date, there's no time!
Shit, this isn't good.
No. we failed. Alright, well, I guess we'll end it there. I'll have to try this again. Clearly I wasn't good enough this time. I'm trying not to waste as much time. Alrighty, see you guys in the next one.